Radio 94.3.
The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar, Qabayan Radio 94.3. You are listening to Qabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. We are taking radio to a whole new level. Qabayan Radio 94.3. For your advertising needs, please contact Qabayan Radio Sales and Marketing Team at 44994943 or email at info@qabayanfm.com. Qabayan Radio 94.3 FM, bringing your business to the Filipino and international communities. Usapang Qabayan! Usapang Qabayan! Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Qabayan! Usapang Qabayan! Sabayang mapapakinggan sa radyo at mapapanood live online dito lang sa Qabayan Radio 94.3 FM.
A wonderful Saturday evening. You are tuned in to the first and the only Filipino radio station here in Qatar, Qabayan Radio 94.3. My name is Kenzo, welcoming you to an episode of Usapang Qabayan. And right now, apart from broadcasting live on air, live na live rin tayo sa ating Facebook. All you have to do, kung gusto nyo kaming mapanood ngayong gabi na ito, ay bisitahin ang www.facebook.com/kabayan943 or di kaya naman sa ating YouTube channel. At ayan ay hanapin nyo lang ang Qabayan Radio 94.3. And today we are going to have a guest na nakasama natin way back in February of 2022 at nagbabalik siya ulit ngayon dito sa Qatar. And he is someone who has been known in the kitchen, someone who is familiar already to a lot of us dahil napapanood din natin siya sa kanyang mga television programs. And at the same time, he is an entrepreneur, an instructor sa kusina. So joining us here at Qabayan Radio Studio ay walang iba kundi ang Filipino celebrity chef na si Chef Niño Logarta.
What is up, everybody? Mga kabayan, good evening to everyone, mga nanonood ngayon, or everybody who's listening. Have a good evening to everyone.
So it's nice to see you again dito sa studio. So last year, ayan, nakasama ka namin. Na-interview ka ng isang kaibigan din
Si
sa
Andy,
kasama natin.
si DJ
Yes.
Andy.
So what has been Chef doing from back then hanggang ngayon? Balita mo naman kami. Ano mga
Back
pagbabago?
then hanggang ngayon, well, in the Philippines, of course, meron kaming culinary school. So we've been teaching different students from different backgrounds, different ages also. May mga professionals, meron mga bata, meron mga ano. But actually today,
Right.
yesterday, today's what, 11?
11,
di ba?
yes.
Earlier, well, medyo atrasado yung time natin sa Philippines. Graduation actually nung school namin doon sa Philippines, yung
Okay.
yung Academy of Culinary Excellence. Graduation namin, we graduated around 140 students doon sa namin sa buong na yun, for the past year.
Right.
So yun yung mga ginagawa namin for. Tapos of course yung consultancies pa rin.
Okay.
And even here, di ba? Hindi lang ako nakapunta dito ng during the FIFA.
Right.
FIFA time, nag-gaipitan natin sa visa, medyo hirap kumuha unless talagang nakabook ka talaga ng mga tickets. And I really wanted to come over and experience FIFA fever with all you guys. Sarap na, madaming kabayan dito na makakasama natin. But I guess it wasn't meant for me.
But it's good to know that you're back here sa
Yeah,
ngayon.
yeah.
Bago tayo usap pa ng mga gagawin mo dito sa Qatar, I would just like to know what brought you to Qatar, because you know you already have established your name back in the Philippines. Why have you ventured to be here?
I actually haven't ventured into anything in Qatar. I have certain projects that I'm doing for consultancies here in Qatar, and of course yung mga ibang projects din. But main thing is my wife is here.
Okay.
My wife's living here, and wag na natin banggitin kung saan siya nagtatrabaho. But again, she stays here, so I come here every few months, every 2 to 3 months for the projects, and of course to see my wife.
Right. But you're into food. What is the best thing that you have eaten here in Qatar? Local food?
Actually, simple lang naman ako eh. I'm not really that picky with food, not finicky. I'm not, I'm not too fancy with food.
Right.
When it comes to eating, I can prepare anything you want, but when it comes to eating, I like it simple. Roots cooking lang ako eh. Pero again, when in Qatar, you have to eat in a bib.
Yeah,
the lamb chops, right?
Exactly.
Hindi siya mango, hindi siya I love it.
I love it as well.
Yeah.
Pero you've been traveling in the Philippines and outside of the Philippines
Yeah.
as well. Kanina nga, napag-uusapan natin, nakita tayo
Oo nga,
sa
hindi
ibang
ko
bansa
maalala
last October. But, during your travels, what does it impart you? Kasi 'di ba marami kang nakikitang mga bagong culture,
Yeah,
marami kang
for sure.
natitikman na bagong
sure.
pagkain. How does it influence you in the kitchen?
It basically gives me a lot of influence in the kitchen because anyway, when you go to different countries, you're exposed to a lot of different flavors. Diba? Sometimes you think na you've tasted everything already,
Right.
but guess again, there's a new one, there's a new ingredient, there's a new technique of doing things, and it opens up your mind, it opens up your palate. Mas it gets more refined through time. Sometimes you think you don't like a certain food item or something doesn't go well with what you're cooking. But
Right.
again, it gives you a wider perspective when it comes to food and culture as well.
Pero
right?
so far, ano yung talagang pinaka-cuisine or siguro dish that would say na ito, luto ni Chef Niño?
Ako? Yun na nga sasabihin, you're basically asking me my specialty,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Or specialization. A lot of people, most of the people who I get to talk to always ask that question, what's your specialty? I always tell them that I don't specialize in anything. I can cook anything you want. I can prepare anything you want. But specializing in something, sometimes when you say something, I specialize in Japanese, there's always going to be somebody better than you who will criticize what you're doing. But I can cook anything you want. Just taste it and tell me what you think. Yun lang
And
ako,
you're gonna
just
have
keep it.
your own
Yeah, I'm
twist
gonna
na
have
lang
my own
din.
twist. Or you want to keep it classic, I'm gonna do classic. But sometimes, especially diba, they like cuisines or food that the nationality, the
Right.
person who's cooking it is the one really from that country.
Right.
Diba? Yung ganun, may parang bias ba yun, diba? There's
Exactly.
always a bias. Though, sometimes you can make it better than them.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
always.
yeah.
Pero may bias parati na ganun.
Well,
But again,
depende
keep
talaga
go.
yan sa panlasa.
Yeah.
Yan, no? And
Yeah.
tulad nga lang sama, there would be biases. Like for example, in the
Definitely.
Philippines, gusto
Definitely.
natin yung
Yeah.
spaghetti natin matamis.
Yeah,
Diba?
yeah. Well, it is what it is.
So, ito yung mga pinag-uusapan natin. These are things that you are currently doing. I would just like to go back. Saan ba nagsimula or paano ba napasok si Chef Niño into culinary?
Yan, mga alaala mo kaya yan. Gusto mo ng cue, sad music? Hindi. Anyway, paano ba to? I was a philo major in college.
You were in Ateneo, right?
Yeah, I was in Ateneo. Philo major ako sa Ateneo before. But I really didn't see myself working in an office. Or much so to be a priest. My mom wanted me to be a priest, di ba? Kaya nag-anak na agad ako. Di ba? Yun lang eh. Pero anyway, yun na nga, di ba? So, I didn't see myself doing that. I like working with my hands, basically.
Okay.
And ever since I was a kid, I was cooking already because I lived alone with my dad. My mom left when I was 6. Di ba?
Okay.
Anyway, yun na nga yung sasabi ko. I had to learn how to cook. Because my dad was a journalist like yourselves,
Okay.
but print journalist yan mga yan. Tapos, we only saw each other in the morning. So pag uwi ako ng hapon from school, wala nang tao sa house, ako lang mag-isa doon. So I had to learn how to cook. So mga basic lang, di ba? Instant noodles, hotdog. Pero I still started cooking already. Sabi nga yung term niya di ba, ni Jimmy Santos na gano'n. If you don't cook, you don't eat. You don't eat, you die.
Right.
So you had to learn by necessity.
Right.
Born of necessity yung pagluluto na gano'n. But built
Isn't it
up
something
already.
na parang iniisip mo nung during that time that this is a chore, this is not, how did it develop to become a passion and a career that you would want to pursue?
Career-wise, paano ba yung sinabi ko na gano'n? Because I didn't wanna end up in an office. I was looking for something else to do. It just so happened my cousin went to my mom in the UK. He studied the culinary arts there.
Okay.
Tapos I was enticed to enter in culinary arts also because idol ko yun, yung cousin ko, Tony, what's up? Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so mag-culinary siya. Pag he ended up not finishing it, ako yung nagtapos. So, dapat nga siya yung nasa lugar, he's supposed to be in my place.
Okay.
Pero anyway, I guess it's in my cards.
Okay.
It's in my, para maging chef doon. So, yan, develop na lang doon. Eventually, I ended up here.
Right. And but I'm sure during that particular journey that you have when you started in the culinary, hindi kasi ganun kadali. Iniisip ng iba parang luto-luto lang. But you spend a lot of time in the kitchen, diba? And, perfecting and creating not just delicious food, but also visually, appealing din, diba? So, what are the challenges na talagang masasabi mo na eto nalampasan ko and now I can really consider myself as a chef?
Ano ba to? Well, yun na lang, start tayo. I've been a chef for more than 20 years, 21 years actually, 22, almost, magda-22 years na ako chef, di ba? But, yung initial onset ko, when I finished school, feeling mo, galing-galing mo. Just I'm sure a lot of my students and other students who've been studying culinary arts, feeling nilang galing-galing na nila kagad. Nakasuot na sila ng jacket, chef na sila at lahat. But, yan, same thing with me. I started off as that very, very ambitious, very hungry person.
Actually, I think it's typical for every young people to be in that, regardless of the field.
Pero yun na nga, yun ang yung sasabi, difficulties, you're gonna get really stomped on the ground pag nakita na gano'n kaka-arrogant ba pagdating mo sa ganun, di ba? So yun yung difficulties yun. You have to basically surpass all expectations sa mga binibigay sa'yo ng mga di ba? Ng mga, what do you call this? Ng mga peers. And yung mga bosses mo, eventually yung mga chefs mo, di ba? Kailangan mo gawin talaga. You have to live up to the hype. Sabi nga, I don't know if sabi nga, nagkaroon ako ng show 2005 pa. Meron na kaming show, cooking show na agad. Pero hindi, it's like how many years pa lang kaming chefs talaga. Pero may show na kami. And yan, you gain popularity. But do you gain the respect of your peers? Parang sa akin, I lost that yung respect ng mga peers na gano'n. Feeling ko parang sino ba ito? Parang, dahil guwapo lang to. Guwapo Guwapo ba?
Okay lang, pareho tayo.
Itong guwapo lang to.
Sinali sarili.
Puti-puti ang kinis-kinis mo, marunong mo magluto yan. Parang gano'n, di ba? You have to, yun yung piece of malaking challenge ko na is to gain the respect of peers. That's why even though we had a show before, marami akong job doon within the network. Meron akong production job, meron ako yung kitchen manager, ako yung So parang may tatlong sweldo ako sa isang may iba pa yung host
Okay.
Pero it's really very tiring because I was proving myself, pati yung oras, tapos mag-host ka pa, yung ngarag ka na. You're really nakikita na sa mata mo eh. So when I'm hosting already, I buckle a lot, nagsistutter na ako because pagod ka na eh, madaling araw, parang first in, last out ka pa rin eh. Hindi ka lang host, production ka pa rin eh. So
what did you do and what was like the turning point na overcome yung mga challenges na yun?
It's not really overcoming the challenges. It's just going with the flow and learning how to cope up with it. Matututo ka lang through experience, through everything that you're going through or you went through. You just basically learn experience points na lang para ka naglalaro ng ML. Diba? ML kami, experience points, you get better.
Over time.
Even with talking, hindi naman ako, I'm really a shy person. That's why I didn't wanna do yung philosophy thing, all the reporting, I didn't wanna get into that anyways. But yun na, sabi ko, ngayon, hindi mahalata nahihiya ako, di ba? Pero actually, nahihiya ako eh. Pero, just
okay lang.
Just
pareho
roll it
tayo.
Di ba? Di ba? Pareho tayo maputi. Pareho tayo mahihiyain.
Mahihiyain ako. Di ko rin nga alam kung ba't ako napapunta dito.
Just roll with the punches and do it.
Yeah. And sometimes really opportunities just bring you to the direction and where you are right now.
Yeah.
Pero nabanggit mo kanina, Chef, that you started doing television shows in 2005.
Yeah.
And apart from that, you have your brand ambassadorial work, meron ka ding consultancy, and of course, you have the kitchen.
Yeah.
So, which amongst this is something na talagang masasabi mo na pinakagusto mong ginagawa?
Actually, lahat. Kasi nga, yung sabi ko, there are so many different types of chefs.
Right.
Whether you study or you don't, there are so many different types of chefs. There are chefs who are built for the hotel.
Right.
Diba? You really work there every single day, 6 days a week or whatever. There are chefs who work in cruise lines. There are chefs who are corporate chefs. There are different types. I'd consider myself a jack of all trades. I do everything, and I get bored easily when I do something for a long time. I don't want to do that. That's why I like doing the consultancy work, because I get to meet a lot of people, do a lot of different things. You keep on experimenting on a lot of different aspects also, and of course we're teaching also. And that's actually one of the things that I like the most also is the teaching part, because I get to share. You get to share, no? Diba? Actually, hindi nila alam kung minubola ko lang sila. O ano.
Well, actually, you have a really good experience being exposed into different channels, no? Different lines of work in terms of being a chef. So, mas madami kang nai-impart ngayon dun sa
yun
mga
ang
students.
experience ka. You have a lot of experience to impart.
Right.
Sabi rin ng mom ko yan eh. That's why she wanted me to be a priest. Hanggang ngayon, pwede pa rin daw ako magpare. Because madami daw akong pwede i-sermon sa mga tao.
Sa lahat naman pag-uusapan natin yan mamaya. Kung ano pa mga plano ni Chef and Nino in the next few months, few years, or kahit na yung long term.
Yeah.
So just keep your frequencies locked in only here on Qabayan Radio. We'll just go on a short break. Mamaya kakausapin pa ulit natin ang ating guest dito sa ating studio. Walang iba kundi si Chef Niño Logarta.
Keep listening. Keep listening. Stay where you are.
With more than 257,000 unique audience and more than 60,000 followers, Qabayan Radio 94.3 FM is the best marketplace for your advertisements. For inquiries, please contact our sales and marketing department at 44994944 or email info@qabayanfm.com. Usapang Qabayan! Usapang Qabayan! Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Qabayan! Usapang Qabayan! Sabayang mapapakinggan sa radyo at mapapanood live online. Dito lang sa Qabayan Radio 94.3 FM.
Live, online, on air, and on ground. Qabayan Radio 94.3.
You're listening to Qabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. We are taking radio to a whole new level. Qabayan Radio 94.3. Usapang Qabayan! Usapang Qabayan! Qabayan! Usapang Qabayan!
You are still tuned in to Qabayan Radio 94.3 and this is Usapang Qabayan. Kasama po ako si Kenzo at of course ang ating guest for tonight, walang iba kundi ang Filipino celebrity chef na si Chef Niño Logarta.
So,
hello? Yes, akala ko hindi ko naririnig yung sarili ka. But anyway, Chef, pinag-uusapan natin kanina, no? The things that you have been doing in the past few days or past few weeks, ganyan. And also, your journey on how you became an actual chef. But there was a period, and this is during the pandemic, na talagang naging challenge ito sa ating lahat.
Yeah.
And in fact, para sa akin, siguro, ang isa sa mga magandang nagawa ng pandemic for me, at least, as a consolation of this particular time, is natuto ako magluto. Pero for someone who has already been, cooking for a long time and as a chef, what did you experience or what was like the major thing that happened to you and what is the major learnings that you have during the time of pandemic as a chef?
as a chef, yun na nga, well, just like anybody and everybody else, everybody suffered during the pandemic because of yung business losses, diba? Just, yung what good thing about it is, wala akong restaurant na pinapatakbo dun sa, sa Manila na magsasarado. Just because of the pandemic. But again, a lot of the projects and businesses that we were handling, medyo nagsasuffer talaga siya. So, yeah, it was quite difficult to go through. I'm sure just like anybody else. But yeah, you just have to be resilient enough to go through it.
Right.
Diba? Bawal ma-depress. Yun parati kong imantra ko sa sarili ko. That's why, diba, I'm how old, I guess you know how old I am. But yun sabi ko, just keep on smiling, matatapos din yan. As I always tell myself, keep on smiling, matatapos din natin to. You can't spiral down.
Right.
You cannot be depressed. We cannot afford to be depressed. Because once ma-depressed tayo, pababa tayo na pababa, and it's really next to impossible to pull yourself back up to where you want to be. Hindi naman next to impossible, but pretty hard.
Yeah. But it was really a challenging time for a lot
Very
of people,
much so.
especially people
Very
in the
much so.
food industry.
Yeah.
Kasi ang dami na ding nagsulputan na mga home-based na kumbaga food delivery services.
Everybody became chefs instantly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, kudos to everyone who succeeded. Yeah.
But how do you think itong mga ganitong experiences affect people in the food industry, and at the same time, how did you impart your knowledge or expertise, or at least support to the people in the industry?
People in the industry, actually, everybody was, during that time, parang everybody parang
clueless,
clueless, and everybody retreated to their own corners. Actually, bawal ka lumabas technically talaga, di ba?
Exactly.
Bago pa kami nakalabas ng time na it was already 2-3 months in, labangan na ng buko na sobrang wala na tayong hindi ka nagpapagupit, hindi ka na nagpapaano. But anyway, imparting knowledge during that time, wala talagang ginagawa ng time na yun dun eh.
Okay.
So but after a few months we started to open the school already, we're teaching already. Medyo mahirap lang, you had to, yung mga restrictions and everything.
Exactly.
But yeah, dami na naghahanap sa akin ng trabaho.
Okay.
Kasi baka pwede ko siya bigyan, maybe I can get them into someone, because everybody needed work during that time. Gutom lahat ng tao, nakakaawa.
Right.
But,
the good thing part is the worst part is over, and now a lot of businesses have already opened up. And ngayon, ang daming mga lugar din na nakakainan natin. And in fact, one of the things that I do see on social media, at least dito sa Qatar, is that I see a lot of you being in different places. What are you doing in the past few weeks here in Qatar?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been here since March 1. March 1 dumating ako dito because actually meron yung Lulu was the first one that I did. They were the ones who brought me here and invited me to do a presentation in one of their hypermarkets. So, yan, kaya ako pumunta dito. And after that, I was with yung mga kaibigan natin, sila Mark, di ba? Pag hindi ko apelido, wag na, cheers. Sila Madam Dahalia, yeah. Sila yung we had a meeting. Actually, isang meeting pa lang namin na gano'n, biglang boom, puno na bigla lahat ng schedule. Araw-araw, tingin mo, nangingitim na yung mata ko.
Okay.
Dahil everyday kami ngayon. Kanina lang. Ito yung suot ko, di ba? Naka-uniform ba? Wala lang yung jacket ko because I had an event earlier with the salad master.
Yeah.
Tapos, di ba? Kaya nga 7 o'clock dapat, naging 8 o'clock tayo.
Right.
Sobrang traffic
I know
na.
you're a very busy person. Actually, even in the past few days, like sabi ko, ang daming ginagawa ni Chef Niño,
diba?
ang daming events. But how are you going to? How long are you going to be here in Qatar for?
This is the last few days that I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be leaving technically Monday night or madaling araw, early morning ng very very early morning ng Tuesday, because we're leaving already. My wife and I we're gonna go on a holiday.
Oh, okay.
Going somewhere cold.
Okay. And malapit na kasi magpalit ulit ng weather. Let's take advantage of the winter.
Yeah, winter, so to speak.
So, Chef, tanong ko na lang din, when are people going to expect you back here in Qatar?
Well, maybe around
Kasi
June.
ang lapit na ng pag-alis mo 2 days na lang pala.
2 days na lang. Yeah, tomorrow pala. You can go to yung QIFF. I'm gonna have a demo there again tomorrow, di ba? Sunod-sunod eh.
Okay, wow.
Tapos come Monday. Well, pagbalik ko siguro around June. Yeah, I'll be back around June. Meron din I have a few projects lined up for June also. So hopefully, you can hang out again.
Yeah, sure.
in
Definitely.
June.
We can have you here.
Gawa tayong demo dito. Luto tayo dito na ganyan.
Yun nga
Pwede
iniisip
ba
ko
mag-usok dito?
Actually, when I was informed that you'll be here, sabi ko,
why not?
parang sana magkaroon ng ng demonstration.
Yeah,
diba?
okay yun. Game ako doon.
Yung parang kahit pang office setting, pwede tayong gumawa ng pagkain.
Pwede.
Diba? We're gonna do that when you go back here
Diba?
to
First time
Qatar.
ever for Qabayan Radio.
Yeah,
May cooking
definitely.
segment na bigla, radyo may luto na kagad.
Wala kasama ka ni RJ Cody. RJ Cody's here last Saturday yata yun, last week.
Sa Lulu, we were together there.
And tanong ko na lang din before we end this program, what is the advice that you can give to people who would want to pursue a career in culinary as a chef?
Tinanong na sa akin yan nung weekend.
Tinanong niya din ba?
He was the one to ask me that question. Anyway, for anybody who's interested to get into culinary, just make sure you're gonna like what you're doing. Figure it out first. Try it out. Di ba sabi ko nga, cook at home, try cooking, buy your own things, try cooking. Kaya there's no other way to do it than to just do it.
Right.
Diba? Magluto ka muna. Pero to get into culinary talaga, you wanna get into culinary as a profession, that's a totally different animal altogether.
Right.
Iba na talaga yun. It's very service-oriented, manual labor talaga yan. Talagang
Exactly.
as in, manual labor.
Yeah.
Trabahante ka talaga. As in, wala kang magagawa. That's why every time after work kami na gano'n, we like to treat ourselves. Na hindi naman kami yung, di ba? Hindi naman kami yung utusan or trabahante na ganyan. Kami naman yung di ba? But, figure it out. Make sure you like it. And if not, di ba? Keep on cooking. Enjoy your cooking and let your family and your friends enjoy what you're making. Pero yung job itself, figure yourself out. Try it out first. And if you like it, you like it.
Yeah, thank you very
No,
much
no,
for that inspiring, words.
I don't know
para
if it's
sa mga
inspiring.
gustong, Hindi, I think it's a really good,
Well, it's a reality check. It's yung truth. Yan lang yan. It's church.
Yeah,
It's church.
Exactly. But I would like to ask you, ano ba ang mga dapat abangan kay Chef Niño? Nabanggit ko na kanina, natanong ko kita yung dito sa Qatar. Is there anything else that you would like to add? And how can they still get to see you or watch you in your program?
May pelikula po kaming ginagawa sa wag na, di ba? And then, well, I have a few projects in the works right now. Medyo pinaplano ko na medyo malaki yung pinaplan namin. But I can't really mention it. Yun na yan, di ba? Let's not jinx it. So, just wait for it. And if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But I'm definitely gonna be posting or gonna be letting you guys know if I'm gonna be back in town, and maybe we can do something, and maybe some of our audience can join us, or I don't know, let's see.
Is there a social media account that they can follow you?
If you want to follow me, it's like I have a Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. YouTube wala masyadong laman yan, but tingnan nyo na rin, Chef Niño Logarta. So I hope you guys enjoy the sexy photos.
And hopefully, I'm sure they can learn a lot of things from you. Mga cooking tips and tricks, diba, sa loob ng kusina.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much
Thank
for
you very
joining
much,
us here
Enzo.
in the studio. Is there anyone that you would like to
Awesome.
greet?
Yeah.
Mga friends,
Yeah,
sponsors.
my friends and family in the Philippines, of course, diba? Yung mga natin, mga friends natin. Of course, my wife, Tin. Hi. Ingat ka sa biyahe mamaya.
All right. Thank you so much once again, Chef Niño Logarta.
Yeah,
On
thank you
behalf
very
of
much.
Qabayan Radio, we really appreciate your presence here.
Awesome.
And as we end this program, I would like to say that food is really a universal thing, diba? That has the power to bring people together. So, ngayong gabi, I would like to wish that all of you have a wonderful meals with your family, your loved ones. Again, my name is Kenzo of Qabayan Radio 94.3. Stay safe, keep smiling, and be blessed.
Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Sabayang mapapakinggan sa radyo at mapapanood live online. Dito lang sa Qabayan Radio 94.3 FM. For your advertising needs, please contact Qabayan Radio Sales and Marketing Team at 44994943 or email at info@qabayanfm.com. Qabayan Radio 94.3 FM, bringing your business to the Filipino and international communities.